Hey, Journal Goddesses, it is time for another Journal with me with the Oracle. But before we get into that, I wanted to share how I'm going to set up my spiritual planner because, as you know, I said I was moving my Oracle practice into the Hobonichi A6 version. So I've got it here and I'm just going to do a quick flip through. I haven't really set anything up yet, but I wanted to share with you what I'm going to use each section with. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do our check-in so that way after I show that to you, we can dive right into the Oracle. So, as always, put your hands on your heart and just take a nice deep breath and do a check-in here. How are you physically? How are you doing emotionally? How are you mentally? How are you doing energetically? How's your energy level today? And how are you feeling in your spirit or soul? And as you do this check-in, if you notice anything swirling and twirling and begging for your attention right this instant, like you've got to go, 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 now, 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 give yourself permission just to be. We don't have enough time in our day just to be. And I hope that wherever this video finds you, I hope that you are giving yourself just permission to enjoy this and just be. And give yourself permission also to pack up those things and set them outside of our space. All right, quick flip through. And let me move my candle here just a little bit. So as you can see, I've got last year's, well, if you're familiar with a Hobonichi, then I've got last year's little cover with all of these little trees on it. And I love these little trees because it's like, you know, this one reminds me of fall and what it looks like as I'm filming this video outside my house, actually, that there's wind blowing and so all of the trees are losing their leaves. And I just love the kind of nature feel of this particular cover, how it's, you know, there's some evergreens and there's some fall looking kind of plants and there's some spring and not a bunch of naked ones, but you know, there's a few little ones that are very sparse looking that there's one that's completely naked that could represent winter. So I love kind of the seasonal feel of this one. All right. As of right now, I don't have anything in here, but what I will use, and I wish I had remembered to bring them, and but you'll be able to see them as I plan on doing a little bit of filming in this Oracle journal here. I've got some stickers that are from the moon phases, and oh gosh, I wish I had remembered to bring them downstairs. But I've got them in my temple space where, and that's where I usually film my Oracle videos. But again, once I get this all set up, you'll be able to see them as we go along. And so I've already written in pencil what I plan on putting in here. So again, in this whole year at a view space, I'm going to be putting in the new moons, the full moons, Mercury and retrogrades, and the eclipses, and the wheel of the year exact points. So that way I can have just an overview of what the year looks like. Because there is a 2019 calendar, I'm probably going to see if I can find the same information for 2019 and put that in there. So in this section here, I'm going to use it directly as an index. At this top part here, I'm going to, because I do an oracle reading or a tarot reading for myself for the year, and I break it down by the months, I'm going to put the overall themes of the particular cards in this top area. Now, this actually has the December area here, but because January 1st actually starts on a Monday and this is a Monday start planner, there's no December pieces in here. which is kind of interesting. So I'm just going to, I think for this little December piece, I'm going to just write down probably some affirmations or something. Like I like to make affirmations based upon the cards that I get and for each month. So I might just go ahead and list the affirmations here and then transfer them. And then here where it has the dates, I'm going to go ahead and each time I pull an oracle card, which I am in general doing them daily, I'm going to record them here. I don't always see the repeating patterns when I am deep into the reading. So I feel like this will be a good way for me to look and see if there were any repeating patterns during the month and anything that I need to pay special attention to. So that's going to be that section, this section. And you see it goes through March of 2019. I'm not going to worry too much about this part. What I think I'm going to do here, because it is just extra space, as I go through, I'm probably going to do kind of a review, what worked, what didn't work for me as far as keeping this. Any ideas that I want to try out for this, because this is my Hobonichi spiritual planner. So any ideas that I want to try, any card readings that, maybe any card spreads that I like to try. Or any questions that seem like they would be a good for me to explore deeper with the oracle or tarot cards. All right, so again, here we have a December page, but I'm not going to use this particular page. I'm not going to use these as they are. I'm actually going to use them as a vision board. So each month, and you can see I've already got my little bookmark here. Each month I'm going to do I'm just going to do a vision card, and I feel like this is the perfect size because if you can see here, it's about the size of this 4x6 card, and I love doing like little vision cards rather than having doing great big vision boards because I don't have a lot of wall space to be able to put them up, but because I'm going to be in this planner all the time, and I'm not sure if it's going to be an everyday carry for me, but I do know that I'm going to be in it all the time. This will be perfect for me to go back and look at my vision board and see what has come through, what hasn't come through, what needs more energy, or what just is completely run out. So that's going to be that month at a glance, that monthly spread page. And then this place here where it says turning the page to a new year, this is where this is where this particular planner is actually going to overlap just a smidge with my cousin, because in my cousin this year I put the what it was for me in numerology year, what my tarot card was for the year, and then because I love doing I have a kind of a planning time, personal planning time at the end of the year where I talk about dreams and I journal with dreams and visions. And this year I'm very, very excited to be able to offer that program to you. As soon as I get the link, I'll put it down below. So I'll be actually doing a planning a created dynamic year 2018, and that's actually coming in January, and I'm going to be doing it on Martin Luther King Day, tuning into like one of the greatest dreamers, to dream in my new year, and I hope you'll join me for that. So the link will be down below. So anyway, I'm going to be putting all of my created dynamic year insights in this area. So my numerology number of the year, my tarot card of the year, and I think this year I'm going to actually put both my numerology and what numerology looks like for my country. So that way I can kind of have a deeper insight about all of the things that are going on. And then, of course, the whatever dreams and plans come through the created dynamic year will go here. And then here on these coming up pages, they've got one for every month. So I'm going to put I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a copy and shrink it down of the oracle card for the month, and then any initial insights, and then at the end of the month, I'm going to come back and see, write down just how the month went, just a quick overview. How was I physically? How was I? Just like we do our check in at the beginning of the Oracle videos, just going to do a quick check in here of how I was on all realms with that pertains to that particular Oracle card. As of right now, I'm probably going to use the Isis Oracle deck, and because I love this deck by Alanis Fairchild, and I love how in depth it goes and how well it works with the Elemental Forces of Creation deck. I usually will pull this card and during that, like right at the end of the old month, beginning of the new month, I'll pull out the card that I got at the beginning of the year, and then I'll lay out the elements around it and just kind of get deeper insight. All for fun, of course. And, like I said, it really does help that I have this kind of deeper insight to be able to go into the month into, so that when stuff arises, then I'm kind of prepared and I can kind of see and go, oh, okay, that oracle card, that oracle reading really did talk to me a little bit about that. And then, of course, on these individual daily pages, I'm going to record my oracle reading. Now, because I am working on a certification, become a visual recorder, and bringing that more into my work, rather than just use the cards and just write them down, I'm probably going to doodle a little picture. And again, as you can see, this took me like maybe 15 minutes to do this particular one. This one as well took me about 15 minutes. And so I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying doing this, and I'm finding that it's enriching my actual writing journal time to have pictures and just be with the pictures for a little while. I'm finding that that really enriches my journaling time. So spending a few minutes here and then getting my process journal out and just writing out what deeper insights I've received is real. I'm very, very excited about how that's going to turn out. The back pages I'm not going to worry too much about. I love that there's this information in English about Japanese folk tales and Japanese history. Different highlights of the calendar in Japanese year, and I love anything Japanese. I'm a really big fan of anime. I love just how they have such a connection to nature, where they have different seasonal things, and it just there's something about it that fills my spirit very much. And so I love being able to see, oh, okay, this is what it is. We have, in April, we have the Blossom Festival and cherry blossoms, and July is Tanabata, which I don't know, this is one of my favorite little celebrations, and just to be able to go out and view the moon and the stars. And so then with, the extra paper, again, I'm not too worried about this. This will be extra stuff, like if I want to take any notes, again, if I have any ideas about a spread, ideas about courses that I want to bring out, ideas about videos that I want to bring out, all of that, anything that I do want to come into form. Now I'm really going to keep this very, very positive, because I only want to put in here things that I do want to see happen. This is not going to be a place for me to process my feelings or to get any kind of hard emotions out. This is strictly going to be for insight, for upliftment, and just for helping to keep me focused on growth mindset and my spiritual growth, and weaving more of my spiritual growth into my daily life. All right, well, this video actually turned out to be quite long, so I think what I'm going to do, instead of doing a Oracle video here, I think I'm going to upload another Oracle video instead. So No, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull a card for you. Hmm. And I'm actually going to use the card that I worked with today. So, breathing in this wisdom, nature is such a powerful teacher with its abundance and just the way that it grows and just the cycles of nature as well. Wherever you're at, I know here we are experiencing an Indian summer where, or an Indian autumn. I don't know what it's exactly what it's called, but where it's very cool and chilly in the morning, but by the afternoon it turns out to be kind of warm. And the leaves are yellowed, and sometimes you go out and the wind is blowing through the leaves and the branches of the trees, and the leaves shower you, and everything just seems very yellow and cozy and comforting. And so I, I invite you to take your journal outside and journal with nature. That's the message that I got when I pulled this card today. I've been spending a lot of time inside doing videos, trying to get new creations birthed, especially um, this new creation that I have called a LunaDoodles. This is actually the Scorpio new moon LunaDoodle, which is going to be released on November the 12th to help you connect to the rhythms of nature. And I'll put the link down below for that as well. But that has I've actually spent a lot of time inside at my desk, and so what I would love to do is get out in nature, and I invite you to get out in nature too and do some journaling. What does nature have to inform you about this cycle of taking time, going inward, not being in so much of a rush to produce to put out things. I know myself personally, I'm starting to feel the need to be a little bit more quiet, a little bit more inward, and I don't know how that's going to work with um, making videos. Maybe I'll have to stop making videos, or maybe I'll choose to stop making videos for a while. But um, that's what my invitation is to you. Go out in nature and see what nature has to tell you. And if you would like to connect with the new moons and full moons, do um, do check out my website for LunaDoodles. It's a several little pieces. It's a little kit, but the kit has little or enough pieces that you can connect with the moon with as little as 10 to 15 minutes. So I've got more information in the link down below. And I'll also put the link down below for the Create a Dynamic Year, which 2018, which I hope to see you at. And I'll talk more about that as I get all of the details really fleshed out. Right now I just have the date, which is January 15th, so do put that on your calendar. All right, my dear journal goddesses, I am sending you so much love, so much love. Do take good care of yourself, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.